Alright, hello, all.
Hello.
Hi.
So how about that Hikaru Tada at Coachella?
Look, she's an icon, man.
They literally went out there and was like, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And we're like, thank you. We stand. Yes. So yes. So that's literally all we talked about. Like before we got here. Y'all didn't miss none.
Yeah, you missed absolutely nothing. So we are back on Dangan Ronpa today. Lemur is out. I forgot that she was going to be out anyways. I just make up what we stream when, it's fine.
Literally.
One thing that I did want to ask, because I think you can overrule me on this, Mana, but I figured we'd leave it up to the chat whether they want to listen to the real voices or whether they want me to mute the voices and us voice it. How does that sound?
Yeah, chat, do the thing.
Yep. Chat, you decide.
Yeah, the power is yours, like Captain Planet.
You have all of the power right now. Use it for good or evil. I don't know. I'm not you. I can't make your choices.
Right.
I tell you to make good choices, but I honestly do not know what the good choice is here.
I don't know how to make choices for this.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we gonna leave it to y'all first.
Exactly. While you guys are in the chat deciding, how about we do the recap? So we got dead body, Byakuya dead. F in the chat. Mahito told us to do most of the detective work, and most of the clues seem to support the idea that Byakuya planned a murder and it backfired on him. She also mapped everyone's locations with her photos, so that helps at least. The knife and tape under the table were glow in the dark, no one can reach the circuit breaker, someone set a lamp, and we snooped through Byakuya's room to find a letter warning about a murder. Also, Chiaki was helping Gundam reach for his earring, Fuyuhiko arrived, Nekomaru finally got to take a dump. Thank God. As long as I do not have to scream about taking a shit through this entire trial, I will be happy.
That was literally the worst.
Oh my God. I really do wonder sometimes what my neighbors think about me when we do these streams, but that was like peak. I don't know what my neighbors think of me.
Don't ask questions.
Exactly. Like, I don't want to know what they think of me as I'm over here screaming about wanting to take a shit at 10 p.m.
Literally, that was all your sentences.
Like, that was it for a bit. Mikan's embarrassing fan service moment is somehow evidence. Ibuki got to bite us in exchange for using her keen ears to track the voices speaking throughout the blackout, and the autopsy report mentions multiple stabs. We personally think Peko can reach the circuit breaker with her sword, and the real killing stab was done by Teru Teru with his skewer instead of the knife that Byakuya probably brought, but there are enough discrepancies in the hypothesis that if asked to explain in detail, the deduction would be about as on track as Herlock Sholmes. Alright, so personal preferences to hear our takes on these characters. You ready for this?
Sure.
Alright, so give me a second. Also, before stream, I cleaned up Snake Emmy's poop. Cause she's shit a little bit. So, you know.
Was it a lot?
It was 2. It was outside of the toilet. And like, she's got another despair meter thing. No. Should we give her another present?
Yeah, let's be nice.
Let's see, what do we have a duplicate of?
So our despair goes down.
Our despair goes down when we make her sit in her own shit.
No.
Which, like, mood. How about we give her a meteorologist like that?
Yes.
Yay! Snake-a-me!
Snake-a-me.
Yay, we got another hope thingy, and one of her despairs went down.
That was the last thing I thought that was gonna happen, honestly. I
had no idea what was going to happen, but you know what? She likes her little meteorological thingy. Yes. Alright. I don't think we have any skills.
No skill?
No, we're useless.
Wait, but I thought we got, well, what do you call it? I thought we got one from Mahiu, right?
No, we just get hope fragments in this one so far, I think. Let's see. Report card. Yeah, we get hope fragments, and then I think that we can trade in those hope fragments. Aha, okay. So we can buy some stuff. Okay, so up to blah 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 blah. We actually have quite a few ones.
We need 3 more states with Mahiru to get an auto lock skill, apparently.
Good to know.
So wait, when you talk to people 3 times, that's when it happens?
I assume so. If I remember how this one works, you, based on the times that you've talked to certain people, it unlocks a new skill. So every time you get a new hope fragment, I think it unlocks a new skill.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of these, because maybe some are going to be better than others. Okay, increases the influence gauge, focus gauge, time limit. We generally have not had a problem with time. Charisma, aim speed, more aim speed, decreases delay between firing truth bullets. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. That does take forever. I might do that one. Focus gauge decreases at a slower rate during concentration and fever time. Influence gauge recovers over time during concentration and fever time. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during panic talk. That sounds like a good one. Buy that one. Okay, vocabulary, bullet capacity. 2 statements at once. Easier to shift mood to your favor during rebuttal showdown. Sharpness increases by 2. Sharpness increases by 5. Feel like I want one or the other of those. Increases max speed, turning power, and jumping. Oh, I forgot about logic dive in this one. This is gonna be great. Let's see. You know what we're going to do is mood maker. We're gonna do that one too. I don't really know what it does, but oops. Well, that's cool. We like Sakura Mochi. Okay, so now let's set our skills, not just buy them. All right, melodious voice and mood maker. I think that was all that okay. All right. We ready? We gonna do this?
Yeah. We finna do the thing.
All right, class trial, start. All rise.
I'm scared. Now then, let's begin with the simple explanation of the class trial. Why is she hanging?
Oh no!
Oh, you know, she's just hanging
She's just
out.
hanging out.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. I guess Mobster Monokuma's here to stay for right now.
For right now, it's fine.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong poison, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
This is such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
You're going to do that every time you have to say Among Us.
Every time Among Us. Every time. Oh, it's very pog. Anyway, most definitely, there's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among yous, guys. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is going to be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monomi, of course. Hey!
You hate me that much?
Now let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do? No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists. I am
Amen.
not going to settle on a voice for Akane. She's just going to sound different every time.
That sounds great. That's a great idea. Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is fucking suspect, except me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right? No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me. Huh? What does that mean? Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue in our minds?
Huh? The most pressing...
Same. Literally same.
It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. Huh? The most pressing issue on our minds?
Chiaki's ears perk up every time she hears the words Among Us.
Among Us?
Among Us? Who's the sussy baka? Anyway, the only consistent thing about Akane should be that she's always hungry. You right. Thank you. Thanks for pointing that out. Where we found the body. It's a very strange place to find a body underneath a table.
Then let's start with that mystery. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that, I just realized we don't have a Kyoko.
I also realized, damn, that's a big unicorn horn right there.
It is, like, that is, like, ultra ahoge.
It's so big. Like, I didn't notice until now because we don't really look at him that much. But, like, when he's on screen like this, it's just so tall.
It's, like, ultra protagonist.
Yeah, holy shit.
Like, Makoto's was big too, but
this guy, I think it's easier to tell because he doesn't have big poofy hair like Makoto, but like, this guy, it just has like a less, a more tame hairstyle, so, because...
Yeah, just like I just imagine him like gelling it up, you know, like...
Every day to seem cool.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
No. Thinking about what if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle and fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Yeah, fun! Moida.
Okay, gaps in the floorboard, the knife, and the bloodstain under the table. I don't have anything to shoot yet. Okay, body was under the table at the back of the dining hall. The reticle moves around so much during this one. Okay, after the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
I love how he has a thumbs up while he says that.
Why not? Okay, obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay its discovery. Ooh, so I can see where we are on this little area, the start to finish. Okay. Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Okay. Okay, so that is still that. Blah, 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 blah. Very end. Back of the dining hall. Aha, and I can. Alright, there we go. Counter. You're full of shit. No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it. So that's why you think it's impossible for the killer to have moved the body. I see, I get your point. Oh, here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
Too bad.
Wow, that sucks.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for some reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was! He seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Let's see...
Trying not to die.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the real answer, just trying not to die.
What do we have? Here. Byakuya's account, the murder threat...
I have already forgotten what I was looking for.
Hyoko,
Okay,
we will
so-
not mourn you when someone inevitably kills you.
Exactly. Okay, so if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably...
Trying to reach for a weapon?
I mean, there was the glow-in-the-dark knife.
Yeah. So they could defend?
We'll go with it. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
A knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I'm a murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably wouldn't have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment? Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table. No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
Oh, boo, 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 this is almost like a real trial.
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there are, there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the R1 button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the options button, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright, new argument. We have the knife, the bloodstain under the table, the holy shit, gaps in the floorboard, the AC timer, and the night vision goggles. Okay, sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct. Okay, if that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife. But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. Actually, he could. He had a nice little accessory. No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark. Why do you say that? If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening. So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles? Yeah, that seems to be the case. Oh shit, we're getting refuted.
What?
What the hell?
Well, this is a first.
Holy
No.
shit.
That's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously, the killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remark, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the triangle button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure that the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the options button, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. We'll find out. We'll figure it out.
You got this, fam.
Okay, irons, knife, and the Duralumin case. You
We're
just
having
use
a knife
common
fight.
sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. Oh, that's what I have to do. I can't advance forward if I'm just listening. I should let Mahiru say what she wants to say and then find a point that I can argue against. Okay, maybe I don't understand. Flash in the direction. Overturn.
If we buy the delusion skill, the influence gauge will replenish easily, apparently.
I do not really understand what I'm doing. But you know what? Oops. I found a hole in your argument. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mahiru's claim with evidence. I don't remember what my evidence is. Alright, Duralumin case. Alright, okay, it's gotta be in the Duralumin case. Okay. I vaguely understand what I just did. Maybe. We'll find out. No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside the Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Iwaki never used such clever language!
I love how they kept the shaking portrait.
Right?
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too. It would be weird. I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about, tonight's main dish. Ew, you totally mean that in a perverted way. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Because of the Duralumin case, the night vision goggles, the duct tape, or tonight's main dish.
Tonight's main dish.
Oh my god. It was the duct tape. Because remember, the duct tape also has the glow-in-the-dark paint in it.
You're right.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table. Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much. He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Probably.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be that he was also in possession of an all-seeing eye?
Nah, you just a nerd.
Yeah.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Don't know why you're throwing this one to me. Like, we found it together.
That's right, Byakuya probably knew that there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Because he got a note.
Hey.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this? Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. Like, definitely.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found it in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him. So, who's the someone? Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Whoa! Oh wow, my voice wasn't me.
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
Those are still lies. It
But
doesn't.
they friendly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in the situation where they couldn't act.
I really love the thought that Byakuya had, which was like, if we manage to survive tonight, the killer will just obviously give up.
Yeah.
They won't
Seems
just
legit.
wait until we all leave to sleep.
Oh yeah. Who waits?
Yeah.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too. So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone.
I see. His strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing. Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
A bitch.
Well, obviously the killer.
The killer. Oh.
Oh.
Is it really one of us? Huh?
Oh, no.
Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
Yeah, duh.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia? The best girl in my life right now?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I was just realizing something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them? Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see that in the darkness. No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Was the mark Byakuya, the party dishes, the glowing paint, or the tablecloth?
Glowing paint. Probably.
Clearly just Byakuya himself.
Yeah, he's like, what, a glowworm?
Yeah, there we go. I mean, he was wearing all white, like, maybe there was black lights under there, we don't know.
Ultraviolet.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with a glowing paint, right? Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means that whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it's you, Peko Yama.
Eek! Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for the 2 glasses wearer?
Yeah, that's logical.
Clearly. I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
Wow, that was easy. How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak points will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the options button, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Woo.
Alright, well we have another mechanic.
Peko, I am an accomplice, not a murderer.
Alright, Teru's account, Nekomaru's account, and Chiaki's account. Okay, I need to figure out whose account was what really quick.
Also, yes, Soda is definitely a sim.
Alright, Teru's account is that the gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. That's why he couldn't use it. Chiaki's account was that Fuyuhiko came to the old building and walked away. And Nekomaru's account was that he kept trying to use the bathroom since the party started. But someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Great, okay.
Maybe whoever was in the bathroom is the killer.
Yeah. Okay, she could have caused the blackout at any time. I don't think so. That would have been really hard for her to do. Why is it impossible? Because she was not in the office. Even before the blackout. What happened to guard duty? Sorry.
Did you have to use the bathroom too?
Yeah.
You were waiting?
I mean, she did say that she was not feeling great, so...
Just from listening to Pecco's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. But I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Okay, so it is Nekomaru's account. Could not have caused the blackout at any time.
She was trying to get in the bathroom, which was not open.
Da-da-da-da.
Ayo.
I was not ready for that, like, for not breaking.
No, I think Pecco's telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pecco's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all. It's true, someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was found.
Ah, then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall after the party started, right? I see. So there's nobody except... There's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco. I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt it's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she would admit she was taking a shit. Why do I have to talk about shit every time?
Every time.
Can this man please be the killer?
Yes. Holy shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about you stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine. But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something? As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred. Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Who the fuck gets excited by shitting in the dark?
What the fuck?
Am I doing this wrong?
What is this?
Seriously, stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Please.
Where's Michael Jordan when you need him?
But still, your stomach's pain... Wow, but still, your stomach pain. Was it really just a coincidence? Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business. Especially if you didn't do any investigating. I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense! Coming from me, that's kind of weird, but just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as the girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened. The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence, or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Since they knew that she was on guard duty.
Yeah. We have the knife, the timer, the night vision goggles, the embarrassing pose, and the party dishes.
See what the party dishes says. I think I know what everything else is.
All roads point to Tedu Ted.
Let's see. Only Akane and Pickle were the ones who ate them. That's sus. Gonna guess that was it.
But Akane's fine.
Akane seems to be a human trash compactor.
Right.
Let's see. You brought food to the office. Bit from the dining hall. There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you? I mean, yeah, that has to be it. Laxatives would ruin the taste. Whether Peckle's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it, we need to clarify that first. Let's see, she didn't eat anything weird. From the dining hall. There's gotta be that. Let go.
Oh.
Break. No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Peckle wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine. Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations. I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease the bickering!
Let's just dismiss Pickle's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah, we already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Wow.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Alright. Storage room. Holy shit, there are so many bullets. Okay. Put the irons in the storage room first. Why not? Okay, who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? Oh. Can't answer that. Just gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it? Don't think so. Maybe they used a remote control. Also do not think so. They probably messed with the breaker. Also do not think so. Doesn't have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge. There we go.
Did Mikon slip laxatives into it by accident when she tripped?
It's a possibility, you know, like, although was that before or after Peckle left? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I tried to block that from my memory.
Same, honestly.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Wow.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Let me speak too.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were caused to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable.
Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, the timer. That's a lot. Okay, irons in the storage room tablecloth, AC timer.
I don't know why he got so riled up over that.
I do not know. Okay, no, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
Yes, chat. You're right about that power surge. Hey.
Irons caused the blackout. True that the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only reason. Okay. There we go. Break.
Ayo.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and the office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
Yes.
The timer for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hams died around that time, too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand indubitably.
Indubitably.
Indubitably! They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started it up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Oh, Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
I think that was the wrong voice, but that's okay.
1,000 you say. If I died that many times, I might as well stay dead, you know.
Shut up, just you guys stay quiet.
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time, and maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built in a high area of the wall. That's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in the darkness would have been impossible no matter what. Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
That is the nicest thing we've ever heard him say.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
What if it's you? Huh? What is you, bitch? Anyway.
It's alright, you don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident just may be a stepping stone for you all.
I love how a man died, and he's just like, yep, this is a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito, what happened to you?
What do you mean?
Well, you've been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh? Is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident.
Okay.
Oh, for now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hit and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any of us are capable of that. What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we've been arguing for so long? Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again.
Anyway, I have an idea about what we should all do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
No?
Doesn't that mean, are you guys saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Oh, you guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this, there's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want this to... I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too? Please, take me home already?
I want to go home and eat candy.
That was random.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna... bitch slap.
Everyone, calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's not one friend who would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give it up already. There's no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Cute.
Did you say something?
Because we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is.
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean, before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark. Let's try examining the situation. Mahito's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Just as I thought. This diagram is the clue. Who the killer is, and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram.
Oh no, Nagito's the closest to the table.
Yeah, and he was right by that cord to the lamp, which would have led him straight to that table.
Oh no. Nagito, did you mess with the crime scene? Oh no.
First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark.
Nagito is definitely Makoto's nobody.
The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark.
Okay.
Just a cord. The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark. Oh, I probably could have, like, selected the entire lamp, not the tiny bit of cord.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on the light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Well, no shit, guys. Of course there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used... Did they use the tablecloth, the power cord, the light bulb, or was it just the weight of the desk lamp? Just called to them.
Power cord.
They didn't turn the desk lamp on, they used its power cord.
The power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Ooh! The only person here who could have possibly done it.
Oh shit. That's us.
Sorry, Betty.
Our bud.
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you. Which means, the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito.
That's just a coincidence.
But still, You had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table.
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was it right after the murder, was it right before the blackout, when he was cleaning, or right after the blackout?
When he was cleaning.
He had unfettered access to literally everything. Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously, that's all just a coincidence.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one way after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Didn't you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who to clean the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen.
To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen?
Whoever draws a chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair? You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to do cleaning in the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower a garden tray to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something.
Aha!
Oh, buddy.
Oh no!
Oh, buddy.
Oh, this looks bad. I think their laughter is probably better than mine anyway. So.
Well, you can't hear it, so...
Wow.
There's no audio,
Wait.
remember?
Oh, there's no audio? Oh, okay, okay. Oh. Okay. The Ultimates are working together to combine the despair of their friend's death! Oh, how wonderful, how beautiful it is.
Huh? Oh, buddy. Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way through the dark. That's like a weird drawing, but... And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem like a little nuts now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table, and well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Oh, Byakuya performed admirably! Just stop it already. Seriously, what the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you just lying to us this entire time? Me? Lie? Oh, that's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with that fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right. Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Glad that's what was on her mind right now.
Wait, what? Okay, dialogue.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes lit up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
What? Wait. Do you have something
Sonia.
to confess here? Wait, Sonia, wait, honey. Wait, that makes you look bad.
Yeah, just a little.
That's quite a hobby you have there, but like, now's not the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito? Hey, Nagito, if you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds.
Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us? By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong? That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and it's full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room.
If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health.
In that case, why don't you guard the case in that office?
Oh, I get it! If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons. The threatening letter, along with all of your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's too true. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know. If that's true, then how'd you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
Because he's the ultimate lucky student.
I see. There's no way I'd expect you to remember. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is it the ultimate transporter, the ultimate lucky student, the ultimate unlucky student, or just the ultimate baby face?
Oh my god, the ultimate baby face!
I unfortunately ruined that question before they answered it.
Damn it.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then did you...
I knew that letter was planted by a red herring clue. Oh shit.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck.
It's not just luck. My talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Yeah, so was Makoto, and that didn't help him at all.
Huh? I'm left with a red mark?
For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty just like I wanted.
enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense.
It's fine, let's just start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho. Please, Monokuma!
Please wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh no. For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow it to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for a bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debates. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, which it's not, white noise will not appear at all. In that case, all it means is this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. Review the controls, good luck, and have fun. Great. Okay.
I still think Nagito was just messing around and someone else killed Byakuya. Says chat.
Let's take a look at our truth bullets really quick.
Yes, he did used to be our ultimate male wife.
He did. Okay, so during the blackout, Ibuki could discern all the noise that people were making. Nagito says, ow.
Nagito says, ow.
Okay, Teru. Josh's account, the murder threat, Kazuichi's account, he didn't see anyone there. Mikan's autopsy. Since we're inflected by that. Okay. I think it's strange that the killer is so obviously Nagito. He's already confessed. I keep wanting to shoot them, and I know I can't. I know.
You're just so used.
I'm so used to it. I know. I see it floating around, and I'm just like, I want to do it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he had. Nope, he did not.
Mikan's just here.
She's suffering, man. Why does Mikan think it's strange? Because she must know something that contradicts the crime scene. She does. So there's not Nagito. He already confessed.
But she did the autopsy.
Fuck you. Break. That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikang?
The hell are you talking about? It's obviously the knife that was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife. Hey, that better be true. Screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Not a whorehouse!
More things that I scream in the middle of the night that my neighbors can go, what the fuck?
Same.
Hey, why are you threatening her? Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer?
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer but you. It has to be you. Hey, don't blame me. Mika's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito? Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows? After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout? Ah, if you cross your eyes like this, gives you a double vision. Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know.
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is this gonna take for you to understand the damn rules? Nobody can see in the dark. No matter how hard you think about it, the truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor, despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. I think it's Ibuki's account. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Ew, for reals!
Don't act so surprised. You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, stay calm. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah, don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow!
Turn on the damn lights. I can't eat like this, you know. You guys, where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded. Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it. Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I would expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome, because your face style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Wow. Hey, Taha! You cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
Yeah, what the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
That's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing the night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right, I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
The same thing.
Yep.
The going on and the ouchies.
Ew. I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. Lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
That doesn't sound like you killed him then, man.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer? From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party.
Sorry.
hiding the knife, setting up the blackout. It was all going according to plan. All according to Keikaku, but unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. I would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for you meddling kids and Byakuya. What happened after that? Even I don't know. You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya! What?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We've spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. That's another word brimming with so much despair. But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rise to the challenge again and again while you... This is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer?
Right.
This guy really the Nagito I knew before? Oh, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him. But this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer, by any means possible. Because if we don't,
You're gonna die.
we will die here. Alright, class trial has been suspended.
Oof.
Because we get save points in the middle, I think.
Oh, that's good. Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you.
What's this?
To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try and guess the killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion.
10 billion?
Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you just continue on. Now then, what are you gonna do?
Alright, are we going to continue on? Or do the guess the killer challenge?
Chat says Teru Teru.
Alright, we'll do it. Holy shit. That just like... And I, of course, cannot,
Of course, there's no $10 billion either.
Villain? You truly are a villain!
Could not find the log, but... Alright, we will end here for tonight. Next stream is probably Sunday. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. And Monomi's heart is throbbing like crazy right now. Do you have any announcements?
No, not today. Besides, happy birthday, Hiroshimono.
Yay! I got, like, he's blessed me because, so for those of you who don't know Token Nambu, Shimono voices Hakusan Yoshimitsu, who's a very rare drop, and he dropped for me today, so thank you, Shimono.
Oh,
I
it
love
was
you.
because of his birthday.
Exactly.
That's so nice. That's
Thank
so
you,
nice.
sir. I appreciate you. I love getting gifts on someone else's birthday.
Monokuma, you troll. Take it easy, God. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Alright. Well, if you don't have any announcements, wash your hands, wear your masks, get vaccinated. We will be back on Sunday. Have a good night, all.
Good night!